League on EA Sports. And we'll see Brock Purdy. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week.
Punter Mitch Wishnowsky ready to do the honors. And it's time to close an exciting week of football here on Monday night. He stopped on the return at the 27. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. Bringing them out to 4th overall pick in 2023 out of Florida. A super athlete at quarterback, Anthony Richardson.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
Hauled in by Downs. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Following the play, one of the 49ers still pretty shaken up. Trainers getting out there to see what's wrong. All right, here we go. Second down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And this one did hit at the 8, but took a big bounce and finished its journey in the end zone for a touchback. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. And with enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
From the gun is Purdy. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Motioning the tight end now. On 3rd down, Purdy. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he calls for the fair catch, and he's got it at the 14-yard line. The Colts and Anthony Richardson headed back onto the field. And he's been more than just his work as a passer this season. Look at this. He's gotten the job done on the ground as well. 2nd among NFL quarterbacks in rushing yards. Richardson now on 1st and 10. This is reeled in by Pittman. We'll have him gain up about a handful there. Dre Greenlaw getting there for the stop. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Couldn't bring it in over the middle. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Well, you just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Calls fair catch and has it inside the 40-yard line. No return on that punt. And the 49ers will go on offense. Purdy on 1st down. That throw finds Kittle. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Purdy to throw it. Completed over the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Colts pick it up at the 20. And what a way to begin the scoring, Brock, as they take it back for the touchdown. The Colts parlay the turnover into a lead. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. He's stopped on the return at the 27. So here come the 49ers on offense. And things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. They'll motion him out of the backfield. And the Colts get to him. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Into the hands of Kittle. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. And on 3rd down, the Colts going with a nickel here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Colts will take over. Now the Indianapolis offense heading out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 32. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He picks up 28 on the play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Jarvarius Ward brings him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Taylor again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. Now Richardson to throw. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Brought down by Fred Warner. 2nd and 6 coming up here. To throw, Richardson. Escapes the pocket. He's going to keep it this time. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Taylor now up the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Pickup of 2 here. And it'll be first down, Colts.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that. A guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter here, and the Colts are thinking points. First down throw here from Richardson. This throw is caught. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, things weren't about to end after the first hit or the second. This tight end had a vision for what he wanted to happen after the catch, and he was going to take on all comers to try to make it a reality.
Option give to Taylor. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
That's exactly what you want to see from your linebacker, one of the leaders of this group. What a great read. Quick reaction to the run, fought through traffic, and hit him for a loss.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Badgley able to knock it through. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
It's Deebo Samuel with the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. First down throw by Purdy. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. One of the tight ends motioning left. Back to the air on second. Purdy. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. A tight end in motion now. Here he is on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On 1st down, it's Richardson. Quick slant taken in by Pittman. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send a receiver in motion right. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. He's on, trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needed a little help to get picked up off the grass.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Here's Richardson. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Richardson now. Has a man, it's Ertz. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the gun, Taylor. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is some old-school brutality. An offense close to a 1st down, a defense that knows there's a run headed right its way. In a battle of wills, the offense gets it done.
Finds his man, Downs. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he will score! Touchdown, Indianapolis! The Colts make it a 16-point ball game. It's an Adonai Mitchell touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Colts take a 3-possession lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Samuel now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. His return reaches that 34-yard line before he stopped. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. They'll send their tight end right. Play action now with Purdy. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er first down.
I can promise you, that was the goal from the moment he took off. He kept his eyes locked on the chains. It's almost like he had a spidey sense. He knew exactly where to get in order to move the sticks and get that critical first down.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun is Purdy. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down.
Man, these guys are sideline mavens. They always seem to know exactly where that boundary is without looking. But he's not quite at that level yet. Lost track of where he was, and he brought it in out of bounds.
And that's out. We're just waiting for the spot. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Colts and Adonai Mitchell getting set for another look here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. And that last impressive touchdown drive, well, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete. Looking for Michael Pittman Jr. on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. The 49ers back on offense and set to take over. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Purdy on 1st down. Walking the tightrope there, but he makes the grab in bounds.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
He puts some power on a deep one left, and he's there to send that one away incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Completed to his running back. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Whether they meant to go to him or is an adjustment on the fly, that's not the read that was going to beat this defense for a first down. That look, well, this crew defensively was prepared for and knew how to keep it short of the marker.
And his job's done, and it is a job well done. That punt fights deep into enemy territory, out of bounds at the 7. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Jackson. And he'll... 19-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Now Richardson to throw. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Another punt coming up for Rigoberto Sanchez. Christian McCaffrey on the 49ers return. Averaging a little under 50 a kick so far, Brock, as he gets away another one. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. The 49ers find themselves in a great spot to start this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. First throw for the backup now. Kittle brings it in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So it's the 2-minute warning here from the home of the faithful. The 49ers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Now they'll throw out of the gun. That's caught for the 1st. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running back sent in motion. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A very productive play from the rookie QB out of Washington. That gets them a 1st down. Still sticking with the passing game. Hauled in by Gray. And this one doesn't go far. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 19. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. He'll throw it. Looking. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. It'll be a field goal try from Joey Slye. Ball on the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the gap closes to 14 points.
I know they love that golf adage, drive for show, putt for dough, but it's awfully nice to drive for show and to have that kind of weapon in your back pocket.
You will not get another play here, Brock. That's to an E. Time's going to run out on the half. We've reached halftime. The Colts on the road and enjoying a nice little lead here. Now it's time. We checked in around, and I guess we'll follow up with the rest of the NFL after this one ends. We're moving right along to the start of the second half. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Samuel now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The 49ers offense ready to get to work to begin this third quarter. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's on the move.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. Pick up a 5 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Pass play now. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you can't get the pick, at least make sure a catch isn't made. That's the job of every defender out there, and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
Catch made over the middle. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage.
Has a hole left, room to run. And he's going to score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Extra point is up and good from Slye. And the 49ers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Jackson now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Colts offense set to head out. That lead already smaller than it was at the break, Brock, and they're going to face a little pressure now on this opening series. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise,
he takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And this is picked up by the 49ers.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Back to pass on 1st and 10. That finds Ayuk complete. And he gets this forward to the 19. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They'll throw it. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Here's Sly to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers make it 17 all. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He's stopped on the return at the 27. The Colts ready to take the field. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Straight ahead with Taylor. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Nick Bosa makes the stop. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
First down throw here from Richardson. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And it's going to be 2nd down. To throw, Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. He takes it himself. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down. Throwing now, Richardson. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Well, if you can't get your hands on the ball and take it away, next best thing, knock it down. That's the job of every defender out there. and he made sure that one wasn't completed.
Ertz reels it in. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Talanoa Hufanga there to make the play. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. This is reeled in by Jackson. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Give them 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. The throw is caught. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. He picked up 6 on the run. Now they're facing 3rd and goal. Taylor, and the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Nothing on that play, and now it's 4th and goal from the 2.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
They're going Taylor. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs.
You know, it's almost like the defense heard that call in their helmet themselves. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And their reward is getting off the field.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Like so many before him, he's brought down by DeForest Buckner. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. This game's still tied after 3, so we're going to decide things here in the 4th quarter. Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd. They kick the running back in motion. Dropping back to throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
His quick throw knocked away, incomplete.
You know, it's tough to succeed a linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That one was like a swarm of hornets with all the defenders flowing and flying to the ball. There were multiple guys who were going to be able to get him down for a loss or right at the line.
Here's 2nd and 11. To the left side and reeled in by Kittle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's a throw. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big 34-yard pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Sets him up nice and pretty at the 25 following that big play. Gray, the motion man right. Throwing now on first down. Oh, not like this. An interception ends that drive. Picked up by Jalen Jones.
Intercepted.
Short throw to the sideline, partner. Normally works for them, right?
Yep.
But a cornerback lying in wait that time jumps in to make the pick.
Those sneaky corners, Kate, you always got to keep your eye on them. Offenses love this area of the field because they're easy completions. But as a QB, you got to use your eyes. You've got to look that corner off. Otherwise, you're going to jump the throw and get that easy INT.
The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a run with Taylor. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They go again with Taylor. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Has the 1st and more, past midfield. And finally down right along that opposing 40. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it's good for an Indianapolis first down. They give to Taylor, right side. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, we know that everybody's got to be coordinated from the moment it's snapped. Every lineman, the tight ends, and of course the guys behind the line. Somewhere, somebody missed the cue. Like just enough for that defense to break through and blow that play up.
And he's short of the first after a mile gain. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll be first down, Colts.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. Buys time, rolling right.
That is an effort play. I love that by the defense. Corralling the QB behind the line. It can be tough to track these guys down when they decide to scramble. What excellent pursuit. Stay on him the entire way.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. He's back to throw. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The impact this guy has had on this game, Brock, has been massive. They'd be on the comeback trail right now if it wasn't for his 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, and that second one far bigger than his first when you just look at the game circumstances. Puts them in front here in the second half and puts a little jet fuel in the engines of their defense.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 17.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Samuel now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
At the 34-yard line.
Motioning one of the tight ends. From the 34. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And they bring him down around the 34. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
Kid, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. They'll throw on 1st. Completed here to McCaffrey. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
2nd and 3 now. They send a tight end in motion. He'll look to throw it. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. To throw. Hits him on the out route. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. Completed over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Here he is to throw. And he brings it in. Touchdown. A big decision coming up for him now. So to get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock, now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean into his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers tie this game up. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The visitors are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to do it, Brock. They break the tie in the final minute. It's a touchdown. Spread the field and send him all deep, baby. All right, this might be a stupid question, Brock, but what makes that play call successful against an NFL secondary?
Yeah, because 4 verts is good against a college secondary, a high school secondary, a Pop Warner secondary, because it burdens and stresses that defense. And if you got people that can run and you got 4 choices to choose from, oftentimes you'll find one to hit on.
Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 24.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. Finds a seam down the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. And the whistles go off, so we got a timeout. 9 seconds left in the game. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it's 2nd down. They are throwing it again. He completes it in traffic. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. One final shot here. Oh no, the ball is loose. And they get back on top of it, but he's touched down. So no final heroics today. This one is over. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.